Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for joining us for another planning video. This video has been requested by a few people. It's more so for the photographers and the videographers in the park, but we do have more planning videos coming. And this video today is what is in my theme park backpack. As you can tell, it's quite a large backpack. I didn't use this last year. This is bought especially for this year because I've got a little bit more gear in the theme parks. And it's very heavy, so I don't know if I'll be traipsing this around Disney all day. Universal I won't mind so much because we're staying on site, so I'm going to try and limit the camera gear that I have a little bit. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the camera gear, and then I'm going to talk about what else I put inside the theme park backpack, which basically means everything that I think I will need in the theme park. So let's get going. So first up, I have the most important camera, which is my DSLR, my Canon 750D DSLR. I sometimes use this to vlog. This trip it'll mainly just be for taking photos. On the camera at the minute I have the Canon 50mm 1.4 prime lens, which I've just got, by the way. Awesome lens. I am loving the photos I'm taking with this lens. So I'll just be taking this around the theme park like this. It's quite heavy, the lens is quite heavy, the camera's quite heavy, so that's probably taking up quite a lot of the weight in the backpack. So that's it for this camera. Next up is another lens for the camera, and this one is a 11 to 18mm, so that's a wide angle lens. I mainly use this lens for vlogging when I vlog on the DSLR, but it takes some awesome even landscape pictures. If I wanted to get quite a lot more in the shot, I will use this. Quite light, so that will not be adding much weight. And also for the DSLR, I have a Joby Focus Pod, or Joby Gorilla Pod, but it is the Focus model, which is the heaviest duty DSLR Joby pod you can get. As you'll notice, most most Gorilla pods made by Joby are white and black. This is black with like gunmetal grey features. This is just for holding the camera. I would normally hold this to vlog on, but the main purpose is this is a tripod in the theme park, so I can take some long exposures at night time and also long exposures of fireworks. Any type of shot that I need where I need to keep the camera steady and I can't move it. It bends very easy, so I can wrap it around railings, around a fence, and put it on the floor and point up towards the sky. So that's the last thing for the DSLR. Next up, I have my GoPro on a GoPro Karma 3-axis gimbal, and what this does, if you are a viewer of me vlogs, like the daily vlogs more so, I use this to get all my cinematic shots. So all the shots where I need everything to be smooth. As you can see, the gimbal literally moves all over the place and it keeps the camera nice and steady. So I use this for all of my cinematic stuff. It's not very heavy. It is quite heavy, it's quite robust. However, this part isn't waterproof, just the actual GoPro itself is waterproof. So I use this because it shoots in 120 frames a second. So that means I can get some ultra smooth slow motion. The battery in the GoPro 5 isn't the greatest, but the battery inside the GoPro Karma is. So that means I just need this one battery and the Karma grip, which can control both of them all day long, power all of them. So that doesn't take up much space in the backpack, so that's it for the GoPro gimbal. Next up, I have this yellow floaty grip. Now I'll only use this if we are going on a water ride, Splash Mountain, the Popeye ride at Universal, the Jurassic Park ride, anything that involves water, because the GoPro gimbal is not waterproof. And this yellow handle weighs absolutely nothing at all, so this won't add any weight to the backpack. But I use this in the water park, so when we go to a water park, I'll be vlogging solely on this because the GoPro 5 is awesome. And it has the wrist strap, which I can put around my wrist. Also, if I drop this in the water, this yellow thing is hollow, so the camera always floats, so it never sinks. So if you manage to leave go of the camera, it'll just float to the top. You can get these on Amazon for about £5. So that's just it. Also, you can just use it as a cool little, like a selfie stick handle, that sort of thing. So I think that's pretty much it for the camera equipment. I forgot one thing about the camera, and that's the camera that I'm using now. And so that's basically this one here, which is the Canon G7X, which I'm using now. I'm using the DSLR, as you can see in the screen, to record it there. That is our go-to camera, which we use around the theme parks because it's so small and so light. And also for the G7X, I use this Manfrotto Pixie mini tripod, which I just use as a grip to hold the camera. I can't show you because it's on the tripod at the minute, but it also folds out to make a little mini tripod, which is awesome if you wanted to get a few time lapses. Again, long exposure if I wanted to do that with the G7X if I didn't take the DSLR. These are very cheap at only £20, and again, the G7X and this will probably not even be in the backpack. It'll just be in my hand, not in my pocket, because I'll be vlogging all the time on that. Now the next stuff which I have is not camera related, so if you weren't into cameras, I'm sorry, but that is what I keep in my backpack. Next up, this only applies for Universal, and it will be our cups, which we use, the Coke Freestyle refillable cups. I'll be getting new ones this year, so I'll not be taking this one. This is from Halloween Horror Nights 26, but I think you pay around $18, I think, or 15 or 12 maybe, for the cup, and it is unlimited refills all day. You can go back the next day. It's got an ID chip in the bottom, and I think it's around $5 a day to get that reactivated for another day. So again, always keep it in my backpack because the next day we'll go after we've bought them, we can just reactivate them and have unlimited drinks all day. Next up, obviously the Florida heat is really hot, so I always keep a frosty towel in my backpack. This one is like a year old now, so it's seen better days, so I'll probably buy a new one when I'm there. They're about $5 I want to say, but they are worth their money. Once it gets a little bit too hot, you can just dampen it again, and if you just shake it in the air, it goes really cool. You can tuck it around your neck and it helps you stay cool. Also with the heat in Florida comes rain. Now it rains a lot in Florida all the time. I hate wearing ponchos because they make you so hot. If you get a little bit wet, then you put the poncho on, you go sticky, and it's just horrible. So I always take a rain jacket. That's another thing, it's just like a little fold up Mac. It means I don't have to wear the poncho with the backpack on top, so it looks like I'm on a hunchback. Which leads us on to the next thing, and that is a waterproof case for my backpack to keep everything safe and dry. This just slips over the top, so I can put my coat on, put the backpack on, have Becca put this over the backpack for us, walk around in the rain, no bother, with a little umbrella as well to keep it off your face. Becca normally keeps an umbrella in her bag. I carry all the camera equipment. However, this year Becca has her own DSLR and she has a Instax mini camera, I think it's called, like the Polaroid camera. So she still will have camera equipment in her bag, just not as much as me. And the last thing that I keep in my backpack is a pair of flip-flops, and that is because when we go on water rides, I wear trainers and socks. I'll take the trainers and socks off while we're on the water ride, put them in a locker or something like that, or in the backpack if there's no lockers. And then when you get off the ride, you don't have wet feet. You can just quickly dry your feet off with the flip-flops, put your trainers back on, and that's it. So thank you for watching. Short little video just to show you what I have in my backpack. It is probably over the top, but again, I want to make some awesome videos for you all to watch this year, and mainly memories for us. And the equipment that I'm taking, I think is going to be my best option to be able to do the best I can. Again, I probably won't take everything every single day to every single park. We are going to some parks more than once, so I'll probably only take like the DSLR and the GoPro with the gimbal for the first day, so I can get the shots that I want, and then afterwards just use the vlogging camera so you can see what we're getting up to. Some nights at Halloween Horror Nights I'm not going to vlog every single night because we're going for 10 nights at Horror Nights. So some nights I might just only take the DSLR and just concentrate on photos with my friends. So again, this is just a short little video to show you what I take. We do have more planned videos to come. We are 21 subscribers at the time of recording this, away from 1,000 subscribers. So thank you to everybody who's watching. Thank you to everybody who tunes in, likes, comments. If there's any more planning videos you would like me to do, tweet me at thatfloridaguy1, or leave a message on this video, send us an email. Just let us know. If I can do the video, I will. If I can't, I'll let you know why, because we still haven't done everything. I've had a few people ask about dining plan videos. We've never done the dining plan, so I wouldn't want to give you the information without experiencing it myself, because I would just be reading off a website, which is basically what you could do. So I would rather do planning videos that I've experienced myself, if that makes sense. But anyway, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week for another planning video, and remember guys, stay tuned.
Whatever you say, girl, I'm under your control.